Thank you. On May 25th, an African-American man named George Floyd was killed by a white police officer in Minneapolis. Over the past few years, similar killings have occurred across the nation, often sparking riots, racially charged debates, and confusion. These shocking acts of violence have quickly shed light upon the deep racial divide within this nation. Even 50 years after the civil rights movement, people are still unable to accept those with a different race as their brother, sister, or neighbor. But what if we were to acknowledge the ugly history of our racially divided country and seek to accept others as humans just like us? Such racial reconciliation would certainly take great time and effort, but it would address this country's need for racial unity and peace. To determine the value and necessity of such racial reconciliation, we can apply the Rotary Club's four-way test to this potential future. First, is it the truth? Is it true that racial division is a present reality and that racial reconciliation is necessary? It could not be more clear that racial division is a real and destructive issue. Look at the hatred, slander, and violence from any party following recent racially charged events. The riots in Ferguson and Baltimore, the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, the white supremacists in Charlottesville, and the list goes on and on. Racial division is a horrible reality of this country. However, racial reconciliation has the potential to become our new truth. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did not speak in vain when he said, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." Racial reconciliation has proven victorious over slavery and segregation, and it will continue to win over current obstacles. Second, is it fair to all concerned? Currently, racial gaps are present in terms of income, educational achievement, incarceration rates, and so much more. Racial division is unfair. However, racial reconciliation embodies fairness. When we embrace each other and build one another up based on our inherent value as humans, these racial disparities will disappear. Already examples of such fairness are appearing throughout this country, such as at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. As a school consisting of 85% Caucasian students in 1988, the university launched a program specifically designed to cultivate diversity in education. Today, the school has produced more African American PhD and MD students than any other institution. This serves as a prime example of how racial reconciliation produces fairness to all concerned. Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Daryl Davis is an African American musician who ever since age 10 was nagged by a question which he addressed to racists. "Why do you hate me, even though you don't know me?" Such a question led him to a meeting with Roger Kelly, the former imperial wizard of the Maryland KKK. Following a tense first encounter, Davis began to regularly meet with Kelly, show him hospitality, and even witness many KKK practices. The two ultimately became such close friends that Kelly even renounced the KKK. Soon followed over 50 other members who had also become friends with Daryl Davis. Because such actions of racial reconciliation pursue cross-racial relationships, we can confidently assert the goodwill and better friendships that they will bring. And finally, is it beneficial to all concerned? Former President Barack Obama said, "The danger will come if we idly stand by as America becomes increasingly unequal, an inequality which tracks racial lines and therefore feeds racial strife, and which neither our democracy nor our economy can long withstand." Racial division is destructive. It ruins relationships, removes opportunities, and subverts the unity that this country was founded upon. But unlike racial injustice, which elevates one race by degrading another, racial reconciliation seeks the well-being of all racial groups. When we combine our efforts as equals in this country, we will be able to overcome things such as incarceration, unemployment, barriers to education, and racial targeting. Instead, we will be able to accomplish economic success, cultural richness, and an endless number of other possibilities. Truly, racial reconciliation is beneficial to all concerned. Through this four-way test, we can know first and foremost that racial reconciliation is the truth. Racial division may be a present and painful reality, but racial reconciliation serves as our future. Second, racial reconciliation is fair to all concerned. Without it, human worth and justice are neglected. Third, it will certainly build goodwill and better friendships by removing barriers for people to become better friends, neighbors, brothers, and sisters with those of a different race. And finally, racial reconciliation is beneficial to all concerned by uniting all racial groups in the pursuit of success. Through this four-way test, even in the midst of tragic racial division, we can know the immense value and promise of racial reconciliation. Thank you.